Dr. David Purvis. As a psychologist, I am always fascinated to read research from the medical or physiological community that illustrates beyond any shadow of a doubt the power of the mind. So I came across this study and I just had to share it with you because it's a great example of wrong belief equals wrong outcome. If you believe something to be the case, it is your experience that it is the case, irrespective of whether the belief is accurate, is valid, and is even a belief worth having. So I came across this study. Let me just tell you briefly about it, and you'll kind of see why I think it's such a neat example of belief over matter, if you like. 22 volunteers were they volunteered to take part in a pain experiment, studying the effects of pain and a potent painkiller called remifentanil. So each volunteer had an intravenous cannula inserted into their arm. They're put on a bed, and a heat pad is applied to the leg, and the heat pad delivers pain. A noxious amount of heat, which is not going to kind of scar them, but it enables them to go, oh, that's painful, yes. Well, how painful is it? So just having the heat pad applied, they say on average it's 66. So that's their baseline. Now, without them even knowing, the remifentanil is delivered to them through the cannula. So now they're getting one of the most potent painkillers that we have in our kind of panoply of painkillers. And after a while, the researchers say, well, what's the pain level now? And they say 55. So one of the most potent painkillers we have has dropped the pain from 66 to 55. Now they're getting the painkiller, okay? Without anything changing, they're now told that they're going to get the painkiller now, and they should expect significant pain relief. Well, their pain drops down to 39. Now that they think they're getting the painkiller, their pain drops down to 39. They're getting the painkiller here, but now they know they're getting the painkiller. Look at the difference. And then, without anything changing, remember, they're still getting the painkiller. They're told that the painkiller has been stopped now, and they should expect a significant increase in pain. And their pain goes back up to 64, which is near 66, which is basically identical to the baseline. They're still getting the painkiller, but they're told that they're not getting the painkiller, and so their pain goes back up to what it was before, back up to what it was when they started. Their belief that they're not getting the painkiller and they should expect pain has completely overridden any effect that they get from the painkiller. Remifentanil, one of the most potent painkillers we have, its effect has been completely overridden by the belief that they're not getting it. Now you've got to like that. I mean, that is a great example of belief creating the experience that you have. Okay, why does that matter? Well, if you're depressed, anxious, or stressed, you're getting an outcome that you don't want. You don't want to be depressed, anxious, stressed, or OCD, or generalized anxiety disorder, or panic, or social phobia. You don't want these things, I'm going to guess. So that's an outcome you don't want. But look, wrong belief equals wrong outcome. You're getting the anesthetic, but you believe you're not. Therefore, you get a painful outcome. A wrong belief equals wrong outcome. If you're having these problems, you're getting a wrong outcome. Therefore, you're harboring, using, activating wrong beliefs. How does that happen? Well, by definition, if you're down, depressed, have low mood, you're going to be underestimating your strengths and resources. You're going to be overestimating your faults and failings. You're going to be looking at things negatively. You're going to be judging things negatively. You're going to be reducing your experiences of pleasure, mastery, control, increasing feelings of helplessness and hopelessness. Your expectation is going to be poor. Therefore, you'll get a poor outcome. Wrong belief equals wrong outcome. If you're anxious or stressed, you're going to be anticipating bad things happening. Anxiety, by definition, is the overestimation of threat. You're going to be anticipating bad things happening. You're going to be acting as if these things would happen. So you're going to be avoiding stuff. You're going to be trying to escape from situations. You're going to be worrying about things. You're overestimating threat. It's the wrong belief. You get the wrong outcome. You're anxious. And that would be true of everything. If you have an outcome that you don't want, you know you must be exercising wrong beliefs because you're getting wrong outcomes. So from a cognitive behavior therapy or CBT perspective, what we need to do is this. We need to figure out what the wrong belief is. Figure out what the belief or beliefs are that are creating these wrong outcomes. Okay, figure out the belief. The next thing is we need to test that belief against reality. I mean, it's not magical. If I believe I am a failure and yet I am successful, my belief is not in keeping with the experience, with the reality in a sense. My emotions, therefore, are not a good guide to reality. So we test the belief against the world. We test it for validity and accuracy. If we find it to be inaccurate, if we find it to be wrong and unhelpful, we work to change it. Every belief that you have, you weren't born with it. You have created these beliefs from your experiences. If you have an experience of being down, you have created beliefs which are in that box of negative experiences. Likewise with anxiety. We change the belief and then we change the outcome. Wrong belief equals wrong outcome. Accurate belief has got to equal a more accurate and more useful and valid outcome. Identify the belief, test it, challenge it against reality, and if it's not found to be helpful, change it. I hope you found this interesting and at least food for thought about the power of beliefs and, so what negative or unhelpful or, distorted beliefs are you entertaining in your experience and they're causing you to have an outcome you don't want. I put this film on the Mood Control channel. Please subscribe to the Mood Control channel, I'd appreciate that. And you'll be sure then to get the next film when I release it. And I hope you find this material useful, and I hope you'll find the next film useful too. I'm really interested to know what you think. And if you ask questions, I'll see if I can do my best to answer them.